Alright, you guys, welcome back to another episode of Camping with Coleman. It is your boy Josh, aka Coleman, and yes, you are seeing that correctly. Hercules is in the building. Yeah, she's a beast. She named Hercules. He, I guess, I don't know, whatever. 2016, anything goes. This is my baby right here. This is a, there's a lot to explain here. A lot going on. Definitely not your typical vehicle. This is Axial FC-X-10 based, but definitely not set up like a normal one, and definitely not set up like any of my other ones. And although a lot of people were very scrutinizing of this build, and a lot of people were upset that I didn't have the suspension set up like a proper FC-X-10 and all that, I don't build for everybody else. I build for myself, and for myself, I like to build things outside the box. I like to think, you know, a little out of the typical, out of the realm of the norm, and yeah, this is what I came up with. Now, clearly, this is based off of the Jeep Overland Adventure vehicle, the Mighty FC, right? The prototype that they came out with back in like 2013 or 14 or something like that. 12 maybe even, I don't remember. It's been a while now. So this was based off of a picture that was floating around the internet of that, where they had photoshopped it, made it a quad cab, right? Well, I took that and then added my touch to it and came out with this. And I'm in love with it. I don't know if you guys like it, but I am in love with it. It is snub nose Jeep JK quad cab long bed pickup truck thing, and I love it. It's rocking humongous 2.2s. Method, I forget, the 108s, I believe? Method 108s? Correct me, you guys, in the comments if I'm wrong. I'm still learning all my wheels and tires and stuff when it comes to these higher end ones, and these ones are phenomenal. Very beautiful. They're made by Vanquish Products. Those guys right there. And yeah, this rig has a lot of Vanquish Products parts on it. What I did was kind of went over the top when it came to this build. I really, you know, I built it the way I wanted it to be built and no other way. I didn't take budget into mind or anything like that. I called on all the big dogs, and I really did the best I could to make this happen. Now, this truck would not have happened at all if it wasn't for CKRC. CKRCHOBBIES.com. Go ahead, check them out. These guys are the ones that helped me get this build put together. They helped me get all the parts you're seeing right here. Not all of them, but a good 80 to 90% of the parts you will find on this come from CKRC. So big thank you to CKRC Hobbies. Go check them out. The link to them is always in my description. They're one of my official sponsors anyways, so without them, you guys, trust me, this truck would not be sitting here right now. So let's get started on what it actually is. Body, obviously based off of a New Bright JK, chopped it, modded it, came out with what you see here. This door does not open, it's fake. I just want to clarify that. Lots of styrene work. Now, something else I want to clarify is I did not build this myself from scratch. The way you would think anyways. I did not get the 4-door JK, chop it, and start all this. Somebody else got the 4-door JK, chopped it, and started it, and then I bought it off of them and finished it off, right? It was about 10% done, we'll say that. They chopped the nose down, right, and kind of had it glued back on. They chopped the back and made a bed and then had it kind of glued back on, and that's about as far as that went, right? They also chopped down the top a little bit and had that glued back on. However, it was all done wrong. No offense to the person that did it at all, but I had to redo it all. So the problem is it made it worse than if I had just bought a 4-door JK and started from scratch. I actually had to do a lot more work because I had to correct a lot of things. Body line wasn't correct. This did not come to this. This was actually down here. This nose wasn't correct. It was just all off, right? It was way off. So I had to do a lot to get the nose to look somewhat, you know, like it should. And you can still see some roughness in there where it's not perfect due to the material I was using and everything, and, you know, the material they had used. And anyways, this is what I came out with. So let's get started. Bumpers from an Axial, maybe a Dingo, if I remember right. I can't remember. I've been asked that several times, and I honestly cannot remember which one was from. I think it's a Dingo, though. yeah. Skids are just some styrene ones that I made. In the interior, it is the full interior for the most part. All the dash lights and stereo, all that, all light up. The guy does move, right? He does move with the steering wheel. There is a little cutout on the floor right there for shift servo, and that's it. And then also in the back, there is a big speaker back there, and yes, it does work. Not as loud as the last one, not as loud as 666, but definitely loud. Yeah, some sponsor stickers on the bottom there, right? Repping for all my sponsors. And then Rebel Off-Road, who I would love for you guys to sponsor me. Feel free to contact me. I saw you guys share the picture of this. I have a full-size Jeep I would like to build up if you guys would like to get a hold of me. Yeah, hit me in the DMs. So then we've got Method wheels from, well, they're made by Vanquish Products. And yeah. Use the little scale lug nut or lock nuts in there that are nice and rusty looking right now. The wheels are from RC4, or the tires are from RC 4-wheel drive. These are the big rock crushers, the 2.2s, all lug. Yeah, and then Hot Racing hubs for the front. Team K&K hardware all the way around. Felt that was a nice little touch. Then up front we've got headlights, our Vanquish light pods. These are the super bright light pods, man. The winch is hard to see it because of this awkward angle here, and plus it looks like it's sucked in a little bit. So we'll go ahead and pull that out. But the winch is the Xeon, there you go, you can kind of see it, the Xeon 10, and it's the big boy. This thing is dual motors, and it yanks. It'll pick this huge truck right up off the ground, and I'm not joking. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Even without this snatch block, it will pick this truck up off the ground. Crazy. So then we get, well, do we go underneath yet? No, we go on top. On top we've got the Rigid Industries light bar. I forget what size, 6-inch or something like that. And yes, it is offset, you guys. I made a little boo-boo there, so I will have to fix this and re-drill those holes and move it over a little because I got it just a little off-center. Late night stuff. Then I think we can start working our way down underneath now, right? Now let's go around to the back real quick. Accessories are from Asia Tees. These are from Asia Tees. Asia Tees, Asia Tees, Asia Tees, Asia Tees, Asia Tees. All accessories you see are from Asia Tees. And then this spare also, another rock crusher, matching spare, but I didn't have the matching wheel, so you know. Then this little box here flips up. And we've got the controls to the ESS1 sound unit, right? This is actually the ESS1 Plus sound unit, which is pretty cool. And then also has stereo controls. Yes, it does have stereo. And it's Bluetooth, so it hooks up to my tablet, which is kind of cool. These tail lights are from a Ford. They're Ford headlights, I believe, that I modified and put in there because I didn't have headlights or tail lights for it. Reppin' Rebel Off-Road again. Custom Hercules plates. These are from Asia Tees. Truck nuts, yeah, I'm sure some of you guys saw in the comments of that video. Anyways, shout out to the guy that originally made the comment hating on my truck nuts. He did contact me apologizing, and he is awesome for that. Big thank you to that guy. He is he's a trooper. It takes a man to apologize for something. So, big thank you. I really do appreciate that. And moving on, let's go underneath now. We've got a slightly swollen next level pack that will be getting swapped out for a Venom pack that I have because I don't like the battery sitting right there. It's just really bugging me that it's sitting right there. It doesn't really affect anything when it comes to flex and all that. It's still a beast, right? It does whatever it needs to do, but I just don't like it sitting right there. So I will be moving that probably. I put it there originally to balance it out a little bit as far as weight goes because it is super, super front heavy. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll just replace it with a different pack because I want more runtime too. And that's only a 50-something hundred, right? So only. When I say more runtime, I mean I want to run all day. So now you guys are probably starting to scratch your head a little bit, like what in the world are we looking at here? So you're seeing two Axial FC-X-10 chassis molded together. Yes, chopped and molded in a certain manner, which makes them very, very strong still, right? So it works really well. It really does work very well. I have pictures. We'll be putting more up, but I have pictures on my Extreme Scale Performance Facebook page, and I will be putting more pictures up on my website eventually, and on my Instagram too when I get back. I'll be doing all that, because I took a ton of pictures when I was building this. I took pictures of every aspect of it for the most part, and I never was able to get them uploaded just because I haven't had the time. So anyways, you can also see a lot of goodies under there. That's the HPI gear reduction unit, and that is attached to yet another AX2 2-speed, which has grown into one of my favorite transmissions. So the AX2 2-speed in this one, however, still has the spur gear attached to it. And I did that because I needed that extra reduction. So I did the gear reduction unit with the spur and pinion to the 2-speed, which gives me a ton of low gear reduction. And sorry, it's kind of glaring there, but it really, really is an amazing gear reduction setup. And then you can see I'm running a stubby up in there, 3300 kV stubby. You see 540S for stubby. That's the Puller Pro. And that little thing is a beast, man. It's actually a really fast little motor, but when you run the gear reduction unit setup like this, it brings back that crazy low-end startup, right? So I can, it feels kind of like a brushed motor starting up, just even better, you know. It feels like a worm drive brushed motor on the startup. Just so much torque and low-end control, it's just hard to beat. And then you still have enough to wind out the RPMs and a lot of power behind it, so you can shift it to second, and this thing will do a wheelie. And I mean, it weighs like probably close to 17, 18, maybe more, you know, pounds. And it will pull the front end right up off the ground like that in second gear, which is crazy. It's not realistic at all, but I mean, it's so much power, what can you do? Let's look at the front. So when you get up to the front here, we have some pretty good looking axles there. These are the Vanquish Products F9 Curries, right? Really, really cool axles. You can see I've definitely been using them. They are scratched all up. Love these axles. They are really cool. Mine had issues when I got them. If you guys watched the build series on that, they did have issues. There was just a couple of flaws that I had to go through with the Dremel and fix before they would go together properly. Got the VP knuckles on there. Got the VP CVDs or VVDs. Got some, these are just some random brake discs that I got off Asia Tees. I just wanted the red because it matched everything. They're definitely undersized though. Then I'm running the Icon vehicle dynamic shocks. Got those all tuned up how I need them. This one's definitely preloaded a lot. And then this right here is the BLS HV500. He has since came out with a new version that's got the BEC built in. Yeah, I got the whole Vanquish product servo kit on there, you know, locking it all in. Homemade sway bar setup, which works pretty dang nice, right? And it is soft. I did go for a super soft one, so it's a thin one. I can always go to a harder one, but I didn't need that. Works really good. And then I've got lots of lights underneath. You can see there's lights all over underneath. So it does light up pretty good. And yeah, you can see I used 3 skids. There's not 1, not 2, but 3 skids. Center one being cut down to fit, you know. And that basically allows me to still run the same lengths, which puts them at a pretty steep angle for sure, but not steep enough to mess up my MIP CVDs, thankfully, because the wheelbase is so long. So it definitely helps. And yeah, there is plenty of suspension movement going on with this thing, right? As far as flex goes, it's about right there. I tried to keep it scale and not overdo it, but it does rub. If you guys watched my last video of it, it was rubbing pretty nice. Yeah, so yeah, like I was saying, MIP CVDs. The links that you're seeing, those are from Asia Tees. Be sure to use Loctite on them. I did not use enough the first time, and they did work themselves loose, so I had to go back through and re-Loctite them all. Definitely use Loctite, and I did space them out as well. So yeah, anyways, you guys, that is about it. Oh, and I almost forgot, I did use CBE or CFAB shock keys in a weird way again, like I always do. I never use them how they're supposed to be used, but it worked. It worked. Gave me the lower mounting point that I needed, and I also used them in the front to just give me a little bit more than the, you know, bolting it just straight to the rails. I just wanted it a little bit higher, so it gave me that and put me right where I wanted it. Oh, you also see the ESC BLE Pro. It's the Trailmaster. That thing is awesome. One of my favorite ESCs. Anyways, you guys, that's about all I got to show you on this one for today. Let me know if you got any questions, anything else you want to know about it, anything I might have missed, and I'll be sure to go over that with you guys. I will be replacing some things like this light bar will be getting replaced with a Phoenix Designs LEDs light bar here shortly as well. And, you know, I might make a couple changes over time on everything. So, but for now, it's done. I like it. This is a CKRC built rig for the most part. They really helped me out on this. So yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a little overview. Let me know what you think. Have you built something like this? Do you like it? Do you dislike it? What would you do differently? Let me know in the comments. And if you like this content, always please smash that like button. Hit subscribe, and I'll be back, man. I drop videos between like 3 to 5 videos a week, usually on this channel. Sometimes less, but for the most part, that's what I do. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. You know what it is. Peace and chicken grease. Yeah, yeah.